Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a two-piece set out of this fleece blanket that I got from IKEA. It's very affordable. It only cost me £3.50. When I felt how comfortable it was on my skin, I knew I wanted to make a loungewear set out of it. So IKEA has this in many different colors, but I chose to go with the gray one. So the size of this is 51 by 67 inches, so it's more than enough to get something good out of this. So I like the ends of the blanket here, so I'm gonna try and find a way to incorporate that into my design. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. So to start with, I've gone ahead and folded the fabric into two, and now I'm just going to measure the length of the fabric, which I want to be 18 inches long plus an inch sewing allowance, so that makes it 19. And the width of the fabric is going to be 10 inches, and that's including an inch sewing allowance. So from here you want to mark an inch in. So now that we have the armhole, now we can focus on doing the neckline. So for my neckline, I'm going to be using 3 by 3 measurements because I don't want it to be too low or too wide either, but you can easily make adjustments if you wish for yours to be like bigger. So once you have your measurements drawn out, you can just connect the two lines. So now that I have my front bodice piece and my back piece cut out, I'm now going to pay attention to these sleeves. So for my sleeves, I'm going to use the pattern that I made earlier and just place that on the fabric and cut out the pieces that I need for my sleeves. If you don't have a pattern like mine and you would like to learn how to make one, so just drop a comment in the section box below and I'll be sure to do a tutorial on how you can make your own sleeves pattern. I'm now going to go ahead and start assembling everything together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sew the shoulders and the sides together. So once I finish that, then I can attach the sleeves. I'm going to leave the neckline area as it is, because the fabric is one that you really don't need to hem. If you don't want to, it's still going to be okay. So I'm going to leave it as it is. So now that I have the shoulders sewn and the sides sewn, I'm going to sew the sides of the sleeves together on both of the sleeves, and then once those ones are ready, then I can go ahead and attach my sleeves to the bodice. So now that I have my sleeves ready, I am going to just pin that where it's supposed to go, and then just sew that short. And once I finish sewing the sleeves to the bodice, then the top is ready to wear. So I'm going to be using an existing loungewear short that I have. I like the fit of it, so I'm going to be using that as my pattern. So here I already have my fabric folded into 4 places, and I have my shorts here already that I'm going to be using. So although the fabric is not as wide as I would like it to be, but the width of it is still, wide enough for what I intend to make, so it's not going to be a deal breaker at this point. So now I've placed my shorts on the fabric like so, and I'm just going to cut around the shorts. So this short is not high-waisted, but I want the short that I want to make now high-waisted, so hence the little bit of room that I left at the bottom, and also a little bit of room at the top. So here we are. I have my 4 pieces cut out, and now I'm just going to go ahead and sew the front seams and the bottom part of the crotch seams together. So once I finish with those two, then I can go ahead and match the crotch area together and finish sewing around that too. So now that I've finished the trousers, I'm going to measure the length that I want it to be and cut off the excess at the top. So for the waist area, I'm gonna make a casing for a string that I want it to pass through that to make it like a tie waist. So I folded it in by about 1.5 inches, and then once I've sewn around all the way through to the end, I'm gonna make 2 holes in the center front of the short. So the holes I'm going to be using to fit in my string, I'm going to be using to tie the waist of the short.